What's up, you guys? It's your boy Miguel giving you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we're covering how does the scheduling work when you work at the emergency room / hospital as an X-ray tech. So to give you context, I am a night shift X-ray tech. Been doing it for about 4 years, 7 on, 7 off. So depending on how your hospital operates, ours is trauma 3, and we have technically 4 sections you could be put in, but typically is 3. So you have the main radiology, where we do all the fluoro, like enema, small bowels, LPs, lumbar punctures, and all that, and inpatients. So they go in there, or scheduled exams, they go also there. And then you have the patient out building, POB. That building, once again, those are more of they can be scheduled, like just simple x-rays, but they are like if anyone from the hospital got ordered anything and the doctor's like, hey, whenever you get a chance, go by the x-ray department and get this done, or like other because we have specialties outside. Well, they're within the hospital, but they're just outside of the hospital. They'll order stuff and they can just walk into our department and just get it done. There's that section. And then you have the emergency room, which emergency room should be for emergencies. So you have people come in there. So we'll start with mine. If you do night shift, you will be only working in the ER / the whole hospital technically, because we like all the people who, so you'll like do x-rays all over there. So I run a 7 on, 7 off. I work a lot of overtime by choice. It's available money. So like I don't work the traditional 7 on, 7 off. I have like right now, I have like an extra 3 extra nights stacked onto my 7, so it's like more like 10 off, 4 off type, whatever. But anyways, if you're a regular person and you run the regular shifts, you have the main radiology department. Ours has 2 shifts, 2 positions, 2 techs that are there, and then the patient out building, 2 techs over there. And then the ER is kind of a different situation. Sometimes the max that we get stacked over there is 4 techs. Usually it's run on 3, and sometimes, and during the day, because at night it's always running with 2. 2 is the bare minimum type of situation you could be in. So it can be run by 2, but it's like not ideal. Especially during right now, it's kind of cold and flu season. You need at least 3 techs minimum to be okay, or else it's going to be pretty hard. But anyways, so depending on who's your lead tech, usually the lead tech stays in the main because they are dealing with all the extra stuff outside of just being a regular x-ray tech. They deal with like inventory, they deal with like scheduling, they deal like scheduling the other techs, and they deal with some of the students and orientate them how to that. So usually they stay in the main. Ours does. So we have like one of our lead techs usually stays in the main, and then all the other techs who work days kind of get staggered or rotated in through the main, through the ER, through the patient out building. Certain days are more heavily the workflow in the main, and the patient out building is more heavily. So sometimes depending on who the techs is, certain techs enjoy being maybe in the main more, or enjoy being maybe in the patient out building, or maybe they seem to perform better, or it kind of varies, because technically we're all techs who know how to do the job and you're supposed to know, but certain ones prefer that. So up to your manager's kind of discretion, they may put certain techs a little bit more in certain places. It's just part of the game. Like, I think the ones who hold down the main radiology department are a lot of the veteran techs who know the game pretty well during like the heavier flow days. So that's what happens over there. Everyone else just, once again, they get staggered. Certain techs have like preferences of where they like to be. So sometimes the manager, if he can, because technically everyone's supposed to be rotating, but kind of depending on if someone's out, PTO, and all these other factors that will like continuously make it hard. Like my manager one time broke it down, and there's a lot of things that happen in the background that you don't know. Like me as a regular tech, if I didn't know the inside of some of the stuff, because I worked with the manager pretty closely before he became the manager, it's just every Sunday the schedule spawns in, and then you look at your name and you're like, okay, I'm here. Okay, my vacation got put in. That's all you really know if you're not deep in, like, in the higher ups. That's all you know. Like Sunday, my schedule will come in. I look at it. I'm like, okay. Well, I technically don't have to ever look at it because I run the same schedule every single, unless I pick up PTO, overtime, I run the same schedule. Like I already know my shift starts Wednesday, it finishes Wednesday. And then the other tech, taps in and they run it. So I technically don't really have to look at it, but sometimes I do just to see, okay, who's working, who's like to kind of expect. Because surprisingly or not, depending on who's working, you can already expect how when you come in, and this is the sad part, you would expect that it didn't matter who's running it, that the workflow when you would come into the ER would vary, but it does. As if you come in, there's certain techs who run the ER differently as I come in. So sometimes I come in and there's going to be like 10 exams that have been sitting there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's just, and then and then you'd be like, oh, well, Miguel, the emergency room is random. Da, 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 da. This is true. We never know what we expect working the emergency, but it really does make a difference. Certain techs are like kind of like on top of it. I'm gonna get it done, da, 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 da. And then other ones are just like, I'm gonna just. It's a weird thing. Everyone, you one day if you're in school or if you're heading, like, you'll understand what I mean. Depending on who, and if you don't, I'm more than happy for you because everyone else out here, same things. It's like certain people are more lazier, or certain people are more on top of their game, or it is what it is. And yeah, that's kind of the breakdown. It can vary once again depending on PTO vacation. Sometimes, like this week, our patient out building got flooded in. That right wrench into scheduling. Essentially, the two techs that were there, one of them got thrown into the emergency room, and the other one got shuttled off to our other hospital, which is the patient out. It's like another little patient out building, but like it's the same branch of our hospital, but it's like a smaller one. So they got shuttled over there to help, or they'll, depending on if someone gets sick or on call, they'll kind of use them. So it all kind of varies, but that's kind of a general example of what you can expect working at a hospital. And yeah, it's been your boy Miguel. I have night shift today, so I'm trying to get some workout in before I go, and I enjoy my life. Like, if you're just curious, like, Miguel, is it that stressful? I technically am enjoying my life right now. Life's good. I will literally go to work, come home, go to the gym, do this, do whatever I want, kids, family, whatever, go to sleep, run it again. And it's good. Now, if you were a nurse, my lady a nurse, stressful all the time. So if you're dabbling in between, what should I do? It's a good job. It's a good profession. All right. See you on the next one.